Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Celine and today I'm going to be the tutor for cost accounting for this video. And today I'm going to tutor about the activity-based management material. Let's just go to problem 1. Adele Delight is a new company that manufactures custom rings. And Adele Delights currently has 6 customer reference by customer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Besides the cost of making the rings, the company has the following activities, such as customer orders, customer fittings, rush orders, and number of customer return visits. And each activities has their own rate per hour or per number. And this is the information about the 6 customer. There are sales revenue, cost of items, hours spent of customer order, hours on fittings, number of rush order, and number of return visits per customers. And we are required to calculate the customer level operating income for each customer and rank the customers in order of most to least profitable and prepare a customer profitability analysis. So the first thing you need to do before we can calculate the customer level operating income is to calculate the customer level cost. We have to calculate the cost first based on the activities other than the cost of making the rings. So to calculate this, we just need to multiply the rate with the hour span or with the number. So for the customer 1, for the customer orders, it is 44, the rate for customer orders, times with 3. 3, it is from the table here, the information given, hour spent on customer order for customer 1, and so on. So for the customer number 2, it is 42 times the hour span, which is 10, and the same for customer 3 until 6. For the customer fittings, it is the same, but we change the rate for customer fitting and the hours on fittings based on each customer. Next one, rush order cost. It is rush order rate times with the number of rush orders each customer. And for the return visit for repair, it is the same, the return visit rate times the number of return visits per customer. And then we need to total all the customer level costs. After this, to calculate the customer level operating income, we need to input the revenue. It is given in the problem. And then the cost of product is 60% of the selling price, but it is also stated in the problem. It is the same. And then we calculate the gross profit. It is revenue minus the cost of product. Next, we input the customer level cost from the calculation before. And then we can get the customer level operating income. It is gross profit minus the customer level cost. Okay. After this, we need to rank the customers in order of most to least profitable. The most profitable is customer number 5, and then customer number 2, 4, number 4, and number 1, and then number 6, and customer number 3, it is unprofitable because it is minus here. And to prepare a customer profitability analysis, we can calculate it from customer level operating income margin. It is customer level operating income divided by the revenue. So we can get the profitability analysis. Move on to question number 2. Are any customer unprofitable? What is causing this? What should Adele Delights do about these customers? So customer number 3 is the unprofitable customer, and it is because it has very low revenues and requires a rush order. And for customer 6 has a low operating income percentage because of many hours spent on customer orders and the cost of repair and refitting during a return visit. Adele could make these customers more profitable by charging more for rush orders and increasing the selling price, or requiring a minimum total revenue for free post-sale service. Whatever decision it takes, Adele Delights must also consider the effect that the decision might have on sales. Move on to problem 2. So for problem 2, Chosun Company produces custom-made machine parts. Chosun recently has implemented ABM system with the objective of reducing costs. Chosun has begun analyzing each activity to determine ways to increase its efficiency. Setting up equipment was among the first group of activities to be carefully studied. The study revealed that setup hour was a good driver for the activity. During the last year, the company incurred fixed setup costs of $504,000. It is salaries of 14 employees. The fixed costs provide a capacity of 28,000 hours. It is 2,000 per employee at practical capacity, and the setup activity was viewed as necessary. The value added standard was set at 2,000 hours, and actual setup hours used in the most recent period were 26,200. So we are required to calculate the volume and unused capacity variances for the setup activity. Explain what each variance means. So it is the known information, the salaries of 14 employees, setup hour capacity, value added standard hour, and the actual setup hour. So to answer the first questions, we need to calculate the standard price. Standard price is total cost divided by the cost driver. So we know that the total cost is the total of the salaries, and the setup hour capacity or cost driver, it is 28,000. And next for the SQ, it is standard quantity or value added output activity. So our value added output, it is 2,000 hours. And for the actual quantity, it is setup hour capacity, it is 28,000 hours. And for the actual use, we use the actual setup hours. Now we can calculate the value added activity. the value added activity is the standard price times the value added output activity. And then for the actual cost, it is standard price times with the actual quantity. So from these differences, we can know that there is non-value added or volume variances. And then we can calculate the actual use. It is standard price times actual use. And from this one, we can know the unused capacity variance. Next question. Prepare a report that presents value added, non-value added, and actual cost for setup. Explain why highlighting the non-value added cost is important. So as we can see, we have to input the value added, non-value added, and actual cost for setup. We already calculated before. And why highlighting the non-value added cost is important? It is important because the non-value added activities doesn't increase the customer value. So non-value added cost should be reduced or eliminated. And next question for number 3 and 4. I think you can just read the answer and study on your own. That's all for today's tutorial. I hope you can understand the material well, and don't forget to submit your homework. And if you have any questions, you can just ask your tutor for your questions. Thank you very much and have a nice day.